and then having a good team.
What do you think the number one thing people do wrong is in the grow or with plants that you've seen?
I think people waste a lot of space. You don't need a 6 foot tall plant to hit your numbers. Like the more, like I shoot for a 4 foot tall plant and I want my canopy depth a certain height. Certain strains I can get away with more canopy depth. Others I can't, depending on, leaf density and, calic ratios and everything else. But I don't think people maximize their space well. And I see a lot of people wasting time and energy and money on a plant that you could have done more with less. Like you don't need to grow a 6 foot tall plant. You just don't.
To strip the bottom 4 feet off.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's always my favorite.
It's crazy.
Throw some pavins in there. Pull it all. Yeah.
I see people, canopy.
What up? I haven't been live in a little while. I figured maybe I'll go live. I got some free live minutes, so why not? 1 second. Yeah, I figure fuck, why not? I like the PKR 24-hour stream. Just obviously, I mean, we're all able to go over there and fucking have a place to chat throughout the day. You pop in here and there. You get the bullshit, you get the chat, you go off, do whatever, come back a little later. Because I couldn't imagine sitting there listening to BK all day long. Holy fuck. That's my boy, but holy shit. I'll sit there, I'll be listening, and I'll be like, God damn. Like, depending on who he's talking about, but you start feeling sorry for people. Like, oh my God, that fucking cuck is, damn. Good morning, JB. Good morning, D. Good morning, family. Small Twos, Mitchell. Good morning, guys. Sled. Just get ready to roll it out. My grow's been kind of fucking a nightmare lately. Like, the wintertime sucks for me because it gets super fucking cold and the humidity drops. Like, there's a certain temperature, right? Like, I can keep my lung room door closed and everything's intense, and then on a shelf in the lung room, when I keep the door closed now, I can get the heat up, and the humidity will build up, so I'll be sitting at like 80 with 50% humidity, and I'm good with that. That's perfectly fine. But when it's super cold and the lights off and it drops to 62 and you're still only hitting like 19% humidity, the plants really didn't like that. They don't like that. So, not that we shit on people that talk about BPD or environment, because obviously environments is a thing. Is the number one thing you should focus on when trying to learn to grow a plant. My opinion, no, that's not the number one thing. Because if you can't water a plant, who gives a fuck what the humidity and temperature is? I mean, Junior, what up, buddy? You about to sleep in bed. I was getting on these lives and fucking, you got much to say. Fuck, Channel 2 last night, though. That shit was fucking killing me. Because he's trying to make it out like, oh no, now he does all of this shit to make sure that the acetone and the alcohol is dissipated off the weed. Well, I can tell you, if you're putting your fucking... So what did he say? Okay, let me try to make sure I get this exactly straight, like he said it. So with the RSO he makes, he apparently boils it down because he uses acetone, boils it down. And then when he goes to use it, he adds alcohol to it to thin it out. Then he'll stir it up with a spoon. Then he'll drizzle it over the bud. Then do the fucking keef and all that crap. And then he said he puts it in the oven at 150 degrees for 3 hours. So isn't that like kind of pointless? I mean, because one, you know, like any solvent that's left from the acetone is going to absorb into the weed. It's going to absorb into the weed. He tries to say, oh, there's no vapors left or there's no this or that. Read the back of the fucking container. Why is the container a metal container? Because that shit is so corrosive, it'll eat through fucking plastic. So is that what you want to consume? Do you want to take the chance of consuming it? Fuck no. Fuck no. Let alone then you mix alcohol in it to fucking thin it out so that way you can pour it over your buds. And then you turn around and basically decarboxylate the weed after you do. None of that shit made no fucking sense. Made no fucking sense. And then you're going to try to convince me that the fucking facilities, you're getting weed from the facilities for $300 a pound or say more. They're selling it to you out the back door. They're risking their license to say that this weed is bad and they're throwing it away so they can sell it for more than what they would make selling it to. Get the fuck out of here. That's all bullshit. They're not going to risk their fucking multi-million-dollar license just to make a couple extra $100. Because you know what? $100, couple extra $100 is nothing to a fucking facility. They need to make millions. Yeah, that shit is not okay with me. And you know, I'm Mrs. Woods knows he's doing the same fucking thing. She's out selling it too. She's a fucking scumbag too. I mean, he's selling fucking. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's so many different things. You can do a lot of different things. Should you do it? Will it work? Sure, it'll work. Should you do it? Fuck no, you shouldn't do it. Look, if you've got to take byproducts, because that's what keef is a byproduct from the bud. If you've got to take byproduct like shitty sugar leaf and shake and all that, which is a byproduct of the main fucking flower, if you're going to take that, make it into something, and then turn around and put that on your weed, so you have to dress your bud up with something else to try to make it better, you already failed. You failed. I mean, but I'm on the fence of why would you take your fucking super nice buds that are super terpy, super frosty, super great, and then press it into a product that you get super good terpy product, but you're only getting 30% back. I mean, I got some people like to cough and all that when taking dabs, so cool. I prefer flower. Give me full extract of the plant. I want it all. I don't want just this little bit. I don't want to get just 30% of something that I had 100% of. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Look, pressing dabs, making fucking hash, all that shit. You know, back in the day, that was used. You did that because then you could take your byproduct, not your bud, but your sugar leaf, your fucking, you know, all the larfy buds, all that shit. You can take it and make a product out of it and make a better product than what it is starting with. That's what all that was. The washing and pressing and doing all that shit was a way to make your byproduct a better product. So I don't understand why you would take your great product and turn it into something that you do with your byproduct. I mean, I don't understand it. PD, what up? 1 kilo. Yeah, that tax refund thing is stupid too. I mean, the guy was telling you straight up, he don't care about being a straight loser. Like, look, I don't care if you need to get food stamps and shit. I don't, you know what? You know, if you need assistance, get assistance. That's what it's there for. What gets me are the motherfuckers that'll straight up tell you, I'll come to the table. I pay no taxes. I'm going to take every dollar that they give me. Watch, while I use my food stamps to buy soda at the gas station, I'm going to use my cash to buy scratch tickets because that's how much of a fucking loser I am and a burden on society I am. You can buy a scratch ticket every day, but you can't buy a Christmas tree for your kids. You're a loser. You're a fucking loser. You are what's wrong with our country. I mean, if you think it's okay to cheat the system all the time, then you probably are the problem. Yeah, taxes does suck, and hopefully we're going to get shit figured out this election. If not, then guess what? It sucked ever since before we were born, and it's going to suck ever since after we were born. Taxes, that's fucking... If people still complain and bitch and moan about taxes, even though they've been paying it their whole fucking life, I mean, like, it sucks, but it is what it is. Well, in my opinion, it's all welfare. If you didn't pay in the amount of taxes that you're getting back, somebody's paying for that. That money isn't just free. You didn't pay that money. Somebody's paying that money. Yeah, I watch people get like $6,000 to $10,000 back, and they work fucking maybe 4 months out of the year. Why? Because they've made it so easy for people that you can figure out how much you need to work to get the max amount back and work that amount and then turn around and live off the fucking state for the rest of the year and then turn around and collect your earned income credit, which you really didn't earn, in my opinion. Like, if you get, I don't know, I don't want to piss nobody off, but if you get food stamps and so you don't have to pay for your food all year long, why should you get earned income credit? Why shouldn't the guy that has to pay cash all year long be the one getting more back? They're the ones stimulating the economy. Just my opinion. I'm not. And like I say, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's circumstances where people need assistance. You know, I get it. You know, but to turn around and laugh at people, I don't pay those fucking taxes. Because you're buying a fucking dirty ass, nasty, sugary fucking soda at the fucking store and then using cash to buy fucking lottery tickets. Yeah, and that's just the way it fucking goes. I mean, we can bitch about it all, you know. Just like most people don't agree with me when I say, why in the fuck did the guy that's successful, whether it was inherited to him through his family being successful or not, him being more successful than other people, he should be penalized for that. He should pay more taxes because he's better off. Like, you know, I don't think that's fair, you know? I don't think that's right. Why do you think Hershey's and all the big major corporations are in other fucking countries? Because they get taxed so fucking much. They leave because they're taxed. People think, oh, well, they just get that money back. You know, well, they just get to write it. Yeah, there's write-offs. There's little loopholes, shit like that. But they're still paying more fucking tax dollars in a year than you've probably made your whole life. I mean, they're paying millions of dollars. Not only that, but they're employing thousands of people. So should we employ thousands of people and have that money stay in our country? Or should we have them leave and employ a whole different country? Seems kind of backwards to me. If somebody wants to jump up on stream, I'll post the link. Otherwise, I don't. And this is just all based on my opinion. You know, I know a guy that owns a dispensary. You know, he pays $30,000 a month in taxes. Is the tax structure a little bit different with weed, and is things different with weed? Absolutely. But according to everybody, because he's a business and he makes multi-million dollars a year, he should pay more taxes, right? He should pay more. Even though he doesn't get to write no taxes off, he doesn't get to do none of that shit. He should pay more taxes, right? So that way more people can be on welfare. No, that doesn't make fucking any sense at all. I mean, in our state, we get taxed on food. Should we be taxed on food? Hell no. But, you know, we can sit around and bitch about it all day, or we can try to, you know, put in the people that we think are gonna, what we think are gonna move us in the right direction. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's a whole nother fucking thing. But they're paying for them to get drugs. You know, most of those people in the streets can go in and file for SSI and get Social Security. Here's the kicker. Maybe some people don't know this. When you work your whole life and you pay into it, it's called disability when you get it. And disability, the difference between disability and like Social Security income, I still pay child support. Comes right out of my check. If you get Social Security income or whatever, SSI, you don't have to pay child support. Why? Because it's not earned money. You didn't earn that money. But because I paid into Social Security and that's what I collect from, they consider it an earned income. So not only can I get taxed on that, but they're able to take 50% of my money for child support. But the guy that's got 5 kids and didn't work his whole life and is on SSI, you don't have to pay a dime. You don't pay a dime. And when I asked him about that, you know what the guy told me? He's a way cool guy. He says, it's because we can't take money from one pocket and put it in the other pocket. Because the money's not coming from the person's pocket. It's coming from your pocket. It's coming from your tax money. And yes, do I understand that the money I paid into Social Security was probably long spent by now? Sure. But that doesn't mean I didn't pay that money in to be able to collect it. They take, well, they don't take half of it now because I paid off. Because I'm only paying on one kid now. So they don't take 50% now, but they were. They don't care. Like they took 50%. And then they didn't count that towards me. I still couldn't get food stamps or nothing. I still made too much money, they said. I mean, you want to know why I get frustrated? Because fucking you watch people go into these fucking gas stations 3-4 times a day buying just straight junk food with their food stamps. And then they're still able to eat a steak dinner. And here I am, got to eat fucking hamburger helper. You know? I mean, I hope they fix this shit. The guy's got to go out, work 60 hours a week to make a decent wage so he can turn around and spend fucking 20 to 30% on the guy that sits at home on welfare and on YouTube all fucking day long, Channel 2. That's the biggest problem I have with Channel 2, is he's okay with being a straight loser. And that's, I mean, he'll straight tell you. And then he wonders why his life sucks. Because you don't do nothing for yourself. It's like getting evicted. I mean, the dumb motherfucker, it's stated, does not have a lease with current owner. That nowhere in there does it say that the place sold. Nowhere in there, nothing. What that meant was, as of January 6th, his lease or his month-to-month or whatever he was running was up. So all he needed to do was call the fucking landlords and work out a new lease. And maybe the landlord might have told him, hey, fuck you, I don't want to rent to you no more. Then that's the way it goes. But to get something like that in the mail and just go, and throw it to the side and not deal with it. Crazy. We're nuts. No, he gets pissed off at me because I'm like, show a rent receipt. I think he's getting evicted because he hasn't been paying rent. Put 2 and 2 together. He said it himself. He went through a few months of a rough patch. He was really depressed and wasn't really working, wasn't doing shit. All that shit. So during those 2 months that you weren't working and shit like that, do you really think he was paying rent? No. I don't know. I disagree with that because I've lived in places for multiple years and signed leases over and over and over. So I don't think they're not going to sign a new lease just so they can do some work to that, so they can spend money on the house to turn around and try to find somebody else to rent it. I don't. Especially his landlord. His landlord's like a fucking slumlord, it sounds like. But then again, he makes everybody sound like a slumlord You know, the problem's never Channel 2. Always somebody else's fault. Always somebody else's fault. You see those fucking joints he rolls are fucking nasty. You're gonna tell me you know all about weed and good weed, but tell me how much you love smoking fucking roach joints. Fucking roach joints. You know who smokes roach joints? Sorry to anybody that smokes roach joints, but crackheads. You know, like, are you fucking kidding me? Ooh, give me a couple. You know, real fucking growers, throw that shit in the fucking garbage and crack the fucking bag open and pour some more weed out. You know, they pour more weed out. You know, you just pull out another bag. You just pull out another bag. You just pull out another bag. You just pull out another jar. You just pull out another jar. You just pull out. You know, you keep going. That's what good growers do. Fucking save roaches and smoke fucking roach joints. It's the fucking goofiest thing I ever fucking heard. Oh, you just don't know. You just don't know. Yeah, I don't know retard shit. You're right. That's dumb to me. Yeah, rental companies. I don't know. I've rented from rental companies. I've rented for private people. I mean, it could be depending on where you live. You know, it could be a whatever. But most places I've lived at, they don't. They would rather you just stay there and them not have to fix nothing. You know, the dreadful thing is when the person moves out because there's always going to be shit to you got to fix. So now you got to put out money to fix it, and now you got to advertise to rent it again. I don't know. I was looking at a piece of property to buy. I just 3 acres. It's got 2 houses on it. But the problem is, both the houses are occupied. They got renters in them, and I don't want to deal with fucking evicting nobody. I don't want to be that guy. Although I could get it, raise the rent $50 each, and let them pay the property off. I have that option, but I don't really want to deal with rentals. Federal funding is frozen. That's crazy. Rue, what up, buddy? Yeah, but then you got to raise the rent to cover the price of a fucking property management company. You know, like pretty soon you get to a point where, I don't know. And then you got to go in and fucking fix shit all the time because people are breaking shit because they don't care. It's not their house. And I just don't want to, let alone whatever's wrong with the houses already because they've already been rentals. I thought about it, Megan. I thought about it. I might go look at them. I mean, I like the fact that, you know, I mean, it's not a lot of property, 3 acres, but there's 2 septics, 2 wells. You know, the wells and septics alone is, and I mean, it's only $1,100 a month payment, and I think the property they're only asking $149. Yeah, that's another thing, right? So when you buy a place like that, you got to make sure you find out where their deposit is that they originally, because legally in most states, a rental deposit is supposed to go into an escrow account, and you're supposed to see what escrow account that money is sitting in. Most people do not do that. Same with a checklist. When you move into a house, you're supposed to do a checklist on damages and things like that. And I've got out of leases because of that. Because they don't do that. There's no proof that anything that was broken in the house that they broke unless you did a checklist moving in. And you do it with the tenant and you sign it right there with the tenant signed it too. So that way there's no way that they can ever come back and be like, oh no, that was already here. Because you can't fight it if you didn't do a checklist. And the law will be on their side. It's tenant landlord fucking laws. You gotta really follow that shit. And that's the shit that'll fuck you. Because literally they can stop paying rent and you don't have to pay it all until you can get them to move. And I don't know if anybody's taken somebody. I've never taken somebody to court for eviction, but I've heard it can be a few $1,000s. I just don't want to deal with it. Right. No, I'm not making excuses. I just don't want to fucking deal with the headaches that come along with being a renter, being a landlord. I had my mom living with me. I had to fucking about take her to court to get her to move out. Yeah, I'm not. You let somebody stay at your house or you let somebody get mail at your house, it becomes their residence. Good luck. You can take them to court and shit for that, though. But again, you gotta have money to take them to court. You gotta file a fucking small claims court. You gotta take it. Most people will do that. Chris, first. Groupies. What shit Channel 2 was saying last night? That shit was, I was dying. Like, he acts like he knows so much. And then he's like, what if I'm right? What if you're wrong because you are fucking wrong? Like, what if I'm right? But you're not. If you were right, I would tell you were right, but you're not right. I don't understand. Why would you use acetone to make RSO? And then he tried to say, oh, it's live. No, it's not live, you fuck. You got everything in buckets laying around your house. Live is like fresh frozen. The shit's fucking put in the freezer. And as soon as it's cut and everything, to keep it fucking fresh. That's live. You got a bunch of fucking shit products. You threw it together. The weed was given to you. Who gives you weed? unless it's shit. So shit weed, shit garbage oil, shit garbage keef equals shit product. People around you buy it, but like I've said before, they also buy and smoke fucking crack. You know, like. And most people don't like dispo weed. So if you're claiming that your weed is dispo quality weed, good for you. It just means it's fucking junk. Junk. And all you do is prove the reason. If that's legit, your shit should be in dispensaries. All you did is prove why people shouldn't buy dispo weed. Because again, a guy, you think somebody tell fucking Channel 2 how much it costs to fucking start an actual facility? Because I don't think that people are going to risk fucking bullshit and shit out the back door to make a couple extra $100 to lose their fucking multi-million-dollar license. Fucking dude's nuts. Crazy. Get your crap rocks. Come get your crap rocks. That's what I was telling him about. Boof rocks. Oh, fucking boof rocks. So he's got these great moon rocks, right? Oh my God, this is so good. Look at it. It's so good. It should be in the dispensary. But I'm going to roll a fucking roach joint. If the dude isn't smoking the shit himself, maybe that's your sign. There's your sign. Like, I'm thinking about starting an actual legit review channel, or what do they call it? Reaction channel. And do just cannabis plants, like an hour show or so, and just pick one fucking person and check out their grow and just do one, maybe a couple, per show. And talk about both sides. Talk about why the garden's crappy and why I think the garden's dead, or why the garden's great and why they're having success or failure. I mean, either or. Because I think doing it kind of like these music reaction channels. Just because I like fucking talking about plants, and I know plants are fucking boring. A lot of people get tired of talking about plants because it's fucking boring. It really is. Yes, I'm still rolling it. Tells you that I don't grind up my weed. He shows his fucking blunt or whatever the fuck you call it. Every time he shows that fucking chunky fucking looking blunt, I always think, howdy ho, Mr. Hanky. Looks like a fucking turd. Like, your joint looks like a fucking turd with peanuts poking out of it and shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? But you're going to tell me about quality. Look, you can't listen to the dude that tells you straight up he loves smoking fucking roach joints. That ain't the dude that's going to get you quality weed to smoke. Just saying. Just saying. The guy likes fucking the taste of burnt fucking roachy crappy weed. Like, the shit stinks sitting in the ashtray and stuff. Like, get the fuck out of here. He got an ashtray full of this. He got a bag full of this bullshit. His weed is so good and he got so much that he ain't got to worry about it. But he's smoking fucking roaches. Oh, Jesus, Channel 2. Those are the people I call like, oh, motherfucker, circling the fucking drain. Circling the fucking drain. Yeah. Can't tell him shit unless I got a PhD in fucking chemistry. Because, you know, when common sense is not common sense anymore. I mean, like, did I mention the motherfuckers got bags of roach weed? Fucking A. Look at my pretty weed. The shit's not even as big as your thumbnail. And it's still wet. It has to dry. And it's going to even shrink more. I mean, I hate to say it, but Channel 2 makes fucking Michigan weed look bad. It's like, oh shit, that's what they doing out in Michigan? Whoop! Yikes. Oh, check it out. Chemistry, when you're going to use something, a chemical, it's pretty simple. Read the back of the fucking box or whatever. Read the back of the container. If there's all these warning labels and there's all these fucking triangles and there's these fucking skulls and shit on the back, probably shouldn't use it to consume. Because just because you think that you got everything out, you're not even purging with a vacuum purger. So you're not, there's no way. He wanted to bet me $50 plus the cost of the test that his shit doesn't have solvents in it. I'd have took the bet, but honestly, I don't. What are you going to give me? $100 in food stamps? Because you ain't got $50. No, I'm not going to take the food stamps away from your daughters. Bet me $50. You can't even fucking afford to pay attention. Fucking crazy. Motherfuckers are crazy. Oh, hey, channel 2, let me see your resin ring. Motherfucker, I put resin in the joint. What do you mean, resin ring? That don't make any sense. Oh, cool. Well, if you put resin in the joint, then you should be able to get a resin ring even easier, right? Where the fuck is your resin ring, you fucking idiot? Oh, you don't get one. You can't get a resin ring even when you put resin in the fucking joint. Boof. You're smoking fucking roach weed. Look at all these roaches around me every day. Channel 2 can't stop. He smokes it anyway. Fucking weirdo. Channel 2, we all knew you smoke poo. Why you go boo-hoo about your life? Can't get it together. I don't mind if people tell their education. What bugs me is when people tell their education and then they're like, oh, I got a degree in this and this and this. And then you're like, well, where do you work? And it has nothing to do with the degree that they're, oh, okay, great. So you went to school, got a piece of paper, but you don't even do what you got a piece of paper doing. Okay, cool. You might have learned it out of a book, but if you didn't do the job and you didn't really do the work, then how are you so acknowledged in it? But that's just my thought. I went to school and got a truck driving license. I don't drive truck doesn't mean I'm a better driver than anybody else just because I got certified and got a fucking CDL. There was one dude telling me, hey, he got a degree out of college and he's working at a gas station. Oh, I know. I don't work that good, huh? But you're going to tell me how smart you are. Okay. I don't know. I'm more into actual experience. Like if you get a degree, you go into that field and you work that job for fucking ever and you know, hands on, not only just learning something from a book. Okay, I get it, but learn a bunch of shit from a book, get a degree, and then never do the job. So all you are is, you know what it says in the book. Cool. I've always been more hands-on now. I can't fucking sit in a little classroom and try to learn out of a book. Well, yeah, but I mean, a lot of people can do that type of shit, though. You know, I'm not gonna try to. Yeah, we used to have to put these fucking trailers. Like, I had to drive a concrete truck downtown fucking Denver, Colorado. That was shitty. I was young, got my CDL. Wasn't even on the day that we were graduating. We got asked if we wanted to go to Colorado. There was a fucking strike. I didn't know nothing about strikes. It sucked. You want to talk about some pissed off motherfuckers? You're a fucking scab coming in and doing their job when they're trying to get whatever they want. and refuse to do their job. Like, I'm sure people have seen videos of the guys getting in the way of the fucking trucks, trying to stop shit from moving. And things. Yeah. This strike only lasted like a little over 24 hours. So I got paid really well. It's gonna take me a fucking whole hour to roll a fucking joint. I'm kind of anal though. I don't like there to be bubbles in it. I think if you get a little spot in your joint that has a little space, like something didn't pack in all the areas correctly, that's when your shit will burn. You'll get runs. But it's just what I like to do. People can smoke their fucking hanky blunts if they want to. Howdy ho, Mr. Hanky. Put that fucking turd in your mouth. Go for it. And you couldn't figure it out. Like I'm saying, when I say you're burning it hot, you really shouldn't fucking hit your joint over and over and over like that. You should give it a little bit of a break. Let your cherry fucking cool down a little bit. Do you want to fucking burn the weed, or do you want to kind of vaporize the weed? You want to get it to smolder so that way you can actually taste the joint. I mean, I get it. If you're smoking a fucking roach joint, I mean, there's nothing to fucking taste. The whole thing's fucking ass. Right? But I mean, you want to taste it, right? The whole point of enjoying the fruits of your labor. I mean, or not. I mean, spend all that time growing the weed, do everything you can, spend all that money, and then fucking boof it in the dry and cure, and then boof it in the fucking smoking part. I don't know. Okay. This one didn't turn out the greatest. I've done better. But this right here will be more enjoyable than a bong, a fucking a bong, a pipe, a fucking, in my opinion, a dab, anything. You can sit back and relax and actually enjoy your fruits of your labor. Channel 2 tries to tell me, oh, I can't get a resin ring. I use a leaf. It's so thick. And but a fucking wrap is thick as fuck. A wrap is thick as fuck. Wrap is fucking thick. And I can still get a fucking resin ring out that motherfucker. So, motherfuckers, you got excuses. It's just fine. I just fucking throw a bud in a bowl and smoke it. I don't care. But I'm just telling you, there's ways to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I understand people enjoy doing dabs, but I will never understand why you're going to take your top quality fucking bud and press it. You're going to take 100% of great product and turn it into 30% of great product. Okay. Then you're going to get your fucking torch. Then you're going to get your piece of glass. You're going to heat that motherfucker up. Just know, when you do that, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror while you're doing that. And just know, that looks the same as what crackheads are doing. heating up a piece of glass till the little fucking piece gets hot, and then you drop your fucking little rock in there, and you put your cover on the top. Don't want to lose the smoke. And then you're gonna cough for a week. Yeah, I mean, resin ring should be really easy to get. But I guess not if you're smoking roach joints. Could you imagine pulling up to an event, pulling out this fucking blunt or joint, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and first off, it looks like a turd, because it's like whoop, 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 whoop. It looks like a dark turd. One, I'm already gonna look at it and go, no, I'll pass. Two, the motherfucker takes a hit and looks at it and goes, ugh, what is that? And that's a roach weed joint. They're gonna look at you and go, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck are you doing here? It's about fucking weed, not fucking your ghetto ass bullshit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're crazy. Yeah, I understand. They're like, oh, well, you're going to have all the carbon and stuff like that in the flower, and I don't want to smoke all of that. But there's other things in the flower that you probably should smoke. There's probably full spectrum. It's probably better than just, THCA or THC. I mean, I don't know. I just never understood that. Like, again, when the whole hair straightening thing came out back, fuck, that was like 15 years ago when I was watching the Canadians do that with the hair straighteners. Even they were doing it with fucking not their top shelf bud, because it was another process that you can do with the more undesirable product that you were left with. Why not just smoke all your sugar leaf? Oh, because it's not the greatest quality, right? So it's better if you take it and you make it into a product that is a better product than the original sugar shake. Oh, okay. So you're taking your byproduct and making it a better product. Why would you ever take your really good product and turn it into a byproduct? I don't know. Seems kind of weird to me. Yeah, remember the hair straightener? That shit was crazy. Well, it's just like growing a fucking plant, growing these plants up, pulling them at 6 weeks to get clear trichome, so that way you can press the product and get a wider end result product, when that's not necessarily what you have to do. But again, why not just grow plants outdoors? Use those plants as your oil production and use your indoor plants for your medical flower. I mean, like, I don't. You got these guys in here pressing their really good indoor flower and smoking their outdoor flower. I don't. Do what you want. Yeah, hair straightener is easy. Right. That doesn't make sense, does it, Root? I mean, everything works the best in a certain way, a certain, flow. You're never going to go in there and think that you're going to make nature any better than what it already is doing, because it'll evolve to get better if it needs to get better. It don't need you to get in the fucking way. Hence, cannabis has been around a very long time. Mm. Oh, that's crazy. No, absolutely not. You're not going to pull flower at 6 weeks and have really good fucking flower. I mean, it might be decent flower, but a big part of that, you're going to lose fucking a lot of fucking yield. And you're going to miss the fucking, you're going to miss the whole ripening part. Like, I don't know. Why not pull apples way early? You're just going to make an apple pie, right? And just pull that shit fucking early. I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like the whole taking really good flour and pressing it. Like, would you take a Wagyu steak and grind it up and make hamburger and then make hamburger helper out of it? I mean, right, exactly, Root, exactly. Yeah, everybody loves crack too. Shit. We used to buy dabs at the dispo just to get dabs because I refuse to press good flour and like it just doesn't make sense to me. So we used to buy it, but then it just got to the point where I got better as a grower, and the strains that I got, there's no point of buying the dabs at the fucking store because you get higher off the flour I got than the dabs from the store. I mean, like, I mean, people don't even know because they weren't like, the reason why you made hash or the reason why you did some of that shit was those were processes done to fucking so you can do something with your byproduct. That way you can take each part of your fucking plant and use it still. Somebody got smart and thought, wow, huh, if I can do that with my shit product, let's just throw all my good product in there and see what I get. Guess what you're going to get? You're going to get the same product as you fucking did with the shit product. Like, why not keep your really good flour to enjoy and then take all your byproducts, your fucking sugar leaves, your bottom larf, whatever, and then use that to make it into a better product. Or just, I don't care. I mean, a lot of people enjoy fucking dabs, I guess, so they just press it all, I guess. What do you call me on that? Oh, you're just a weed snob. Yeah, motherfucker, I am a weed snob. I grow weed. Why wouldn't I do the best that I can do and get the best product that I can get? And once you do that over and over and over, you become a weed snob. You don't want to smoke fucking roach joints. Are you fucking kidding me? I wouldn't keep a fucking roach bag, a fucking cup, nothing of roaches. That's gross. Yeah, but there's other things in the plant material. If you can get 30% of something that's 100%, then you're losing 70% of something, right? What's the 70% that you're losing? Maybe that's the medicine part in the plant that's benefiting. I don't know. I just look at it different. I wouldn't trade a Lamborghini for a car that's only worth 30% of what the Lambo's worth. I'd sell the Lambo, buy the car, and keep the extra cash. Yeah. Keep a gangster for 5 minutes. Yeah, that's the thing, Dad's. And then until I know any of that, I don't know. Like, so I don't want to lose that. I don't want to. I mean, I don't give a fuck on the LARP and shit that you should have trimmed. You know, like, oh, that's bullshit. Fine, throw it in a fucking deal and make some hash and fucking press it. Cool. But my top quality buds that I nurtured and I grew through, just to turn around and take 100% and turn it into a 30% product. And I'm telling you, 30% return is on a high number. Because I'll guarantee you most people ain't getting 30% return. So, I mean, I would say more of a 22, let's say 22 to 25. So again, you're almost losing 75%. Yeah. Right, that's the question. We don't know. We have absolutely no clue. The study's really not out on that yet. We don't know. But we also know that there's fucking cannabinoids and shit that we don't even know about yet. We know that there's all these things, and we know that we don't know about them all yet. So what if those ones that we don't know about yet, I mean, good or bad, we're throwing it away? What if it's good? We're throwing it away. What if it's bad? We're throwing it away. You know, right? I mean, what if there was something in there that was like, you know, you're getting rid of this out of the flour, and this right here in the flour added to this is what's really getting you fucked up. Or this right here that you're getting rid of actually is a stimulant that helps you not cough so much. And now that you get rid of that stimulant, the dabs are going to make you cough like a motherfucker. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, I'm not willing to risk losing 70 to 75% of something I don't know about. that could be a really good benefit. Like the fucking sugar shake, all that shit. I mean, you can usually wash all that shit and get pretty good returns, for what it is, and then turn around and press that. Instead of now you take your crappier byproduct and you turn it into a good product, and you still have your really good flour. And there are people that take their whole deal and do that, and that's great. But I guarantee you, majority of that stuff they're doing, they're selling it, and they're not doing all of their flour. I'll bet you they'll have flour that they keep for themselves. And that's the thing, right? Just like fucking raising THC numbers. If you're 100% and you're at 40% THC, that means you only got 60% of something else. The more you raise that number, the more something else is going away. It's a trade-off. Oh yeah, you can press yourself out of it really quick. I mean, when you're talking like, what do you get? I don't even fucking remember now. Like 4 grams to get 1 gram, or is it 7? Like it's a lot of weed to get 1 gram. Yeah, and there's so many cannabinoids that I don't know about, and a lot of people don't know about yet. Could you imagine, like in 5 to 10 years, we find out there's these other cannabinoids, and everybody finds out like, oh shit, I can only get that out of the flour. I can't get that by pressing it, and it doesn't translate over. No, oh man, so I've been missing this whole time. Yeah. But a lot of that stuff you got to remember was nice because now I can add rosin to my menu along with flour, and now I do hash too, so I got the hash on there. Like every little thing makes my menu look bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Is it any better than one or the other? Right now, but makes it look like I got more variety, and I'm a bigger than what I really am. You fucking Moon Rocks. Realistically, he should be careful doing that, because if the people that I think they actually trademarked Moon Rocks, if they actually came and they seen what he was doing and claiming that those are Moon Rocks, they could probably sue him for defamation of character or something, because he is not representing what Moon Rocks really are. Without guarantee, there's a trademark on it, that Moon Rocks. You should just call them Dingleberry Rocks. Because every product you use is shit. Yeah, it's trademarked. I know. I mean, if I was the owner, I would definitely message him and be like, "Hey, look, dude, I got a trademark on that. you're not representing it the way that our company does it. And so please, would you stop calling them moon rocks? I'd be nice about it first. Just a little fucking, don't make me have the lawyer send you if I can cease and desist a fucking deal. Because what are you gonna do? Sue the guy? The guy ain't got a fucking house to live in next month. I mean, like, but I would sure hate that somebody sees that and then they go to a dispo and they see actual real moon rocks and then they go, oh God, no, I ain't buying that. I seen how that shit was made. That you would hurt the guy's business. Like, yeah. Right. Each thing by itself, done properly, is going to get you just as high as the fucking moon rock is. I don't know if any of you smoked a real fucking. Well, we didn't. They weren't called moon rocks in Washington. We would get what they called the caviar joints, right? So you actually get real fucking oil on it, though. It doesn't look like motor oil. And keef that didn't have like, it was actually like powdered keef. It didn't look like there was chunks and shit in it. Like, now, flour wise, it was probably made from, larvae or lower, dark side of the moon rocks. You guys crack me up. The upsetting part isn't even, I don't care what he says or what he really fucking does, but him and whoever else and Mrs. Woods, they're all out there fucking making it out to be like this product is something that it's really not. And so the lack of education out there on what real products really are is going to end up killing people. I mean, you got products like a person putting out a product like that. Now you put people at risk of getting cancer or something from fucking some chemical that you're giving them. And now they can turn around and blame it on the weed. And now they can turn around and say, see, these guys can't grow at home. They're making dangerous products. They're going to end up killing people. You make the whole fucking home growers look bad because you're a moron and you think whatever you think in your watered down brain is right. It's not. I don't give a fuck. You could fucking make oil out of piss, I bet you. But you wouldn't do that. If you don't give a fuck about people, sure. You just want to make a quick buck, sure. You don't think about like long-term future shit and building something for yourself, sure. Just keep being the dumbass jackass that sells a fucking product that's garbage. Gonna make people sick. Oh, but it says you can use fucking acetone. Sure does. But go read what acetone is and what it can do to you too. You make your best judgment. Do you think that, maybe if it was the only thing left out there to use, there was nothing else you could use, but still at that point, you're going to need a really good vacuum chamber and shit. You're going to need a way to get that shit out. And realistically, if you're going to do it right and actually sell it and make a product that you want to sell to people, be comfortable with selling to people, you're probably going to have it tested too, just to make sure your process is getting all the fucking solvent out of it. But you don't do any of that. You throw it in the fucking oven. So you take a highly flammable product, oil that's made from acetone, you dilute it down with alcohol, pour it over the weed, and throw it into a combustion chamber. You throw it into a fucking hot oven. Either you're really fucking stupid or you're just a flat liar. I mean, that's just all there is to it. Oh, you know about chemistry root. 150 degrees for 3 hours. Is that going to decarboxylate the weed? The oil, the keep, all of it. I mean, when you said that last night, and then he puts it in the oven, first thing that popped in my head was that video of that chick fucking turning on the stove, and it was all click, 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 and she starts doing the fucking that song, and the whole house blows up. Boom! God, it makes me want to fucking puke thinking about it. I have RSO in the fucking freezer in a syringe. That shit is so fucking thick. Because all it is the fucking the good shit. There's no liquid in it. There shouldn't be no liquid in it. These are all mine stick too. I just dilute it down with alcohol, stir it up, and then pour it over the buds. I was like, oh, fuck. Double poison. Huh. Acetone and alcohol. Huh. Cool. And then he tries to fucking make it out like he knows what he's doing and he's getting all the solvents and the alcohol off of it and blah, blah, blah. Throws it in the oven for 3 hours. And then he's something about leaving it sit in a closet for fucking 3 weeks or 3 months or what. They did fucking, it's all bullshit. He's lying about all that. He's straight poisoning people. He's using acetone to make RSO. Doesn't even get it completely all burn off of the product, and then turns around and dilutes it down with alcohol so he can make more product, basically thinning it out with alcohol to get more, and then pours it over all this fucking whatever kind of bud, and then puts this half keef. I call it half keef because he uses this strainer, and if you see him getting this keef out, he's real aggressive with it. And if you're really aggressive with the bud and the sugar shake, whatever you want to call it, you're going to get a lot of plant material in it too. Yeah, the plant material might be ground up because it's the same size as the holes that fucking whatever you're using to grind the shit through. But it's not all keef. A lot of it's ground up, powdered, dried out sugar shake. I mean, like, and so you're going to coat the whole thing with that. And then you're going to try to convince me you put it in the oven for 150 degrees for 3 hours. You're a fucking liar. You're a liar. You're a fucking liar. You're poisoning people and you know it. And you don't give a fuck. So fuck you. And if that's me being a bully and shit like that, then you can go fuck yourself. Yes, I don't know. That's the fucked up part. He just doesn't care. And he said he's been doing this for how many? He's been making this fucking shit like this for 10 years. It's no wonder why his fucking brain's pickled. And it's no why he's got a fucking cough like he does. And if you block people, you're just a sissy bitch. I mean, that's all there is to it. If you can't handle what somebody says on the fucking internet, and usually it's just laughing at your dumb shit that you say, and you gotta block somebody because they laugh at you for whatever you fucking said or did, you're a fucking sissy nana. You're a fucking little girl. Go put on a skirt. I bet you fucking his daughters wouldn't even do that. He's a fucking ugh. I'm glad his daughters are doing good and everything. No, they seem pretty damn smart. So that's what makes me think it's the fucking acetone. It ain't genetics. He made himself fucking stupid. And why are they saying it? How are they saying it's the best? How would acetone be better than a food grade fucking alcohol? Like Everclear. I mean, like, and if you want, you can run it through a distiller and get some of your alcohol back. All right. It's because he's fucking broke and he can't afford nothing other than fucking. I don't know how much acetone costs, but it's probably cheap. I'll tell you what, Channel 2. Let's line up shots. I'll take a shot of what I use to make RSO. You take a shot of what you use to make RSO. How about that? Fuck no, you're not going to take a shot of fucking acetone. That'd be stupid. Well, I mean, you can use vodka, but tell me how high of alcohol proof does vodka have? I mean, because that's the thing, right? That's why you use Everclear, because Everclear is the highest alcohol content. You want to get that high alcohol to pull the fucking shit out of the plant. Using a vodka, I just don't think you'd have enough alcohol to pull it, If that was the case, you could use like a fucking, what is that? Vanilla whipped fucking Pinnacle vodka, Yeah, take a shot of it. Look, I'm telling you, if you look at the back and you actually read the one, I'm sure it tells you should wear gloves and shit when you're working with it. Maybe it tells you even to use a respirator, shit like that. That should tell you everything you need to know. Do you get all the product out of the fucking end result? Well, I don't know because, I can't guarantee because I don't test it. Well, if you can't guarantee it, then go fuck yourself. I don't want your stupid product. Like, duh. Like, evaporates. Doesn't natural gas like have no smell? They had to add like a rotten egg smell to it, so that way you knew when you had a gas leak. Like just because you don't smell it doesn't mean the chemicals aren't in there. And even if there was a 1% to 2% chance that there is a lot in there, I wouldn't take the risk. Like I don't. It makes me not want to smoke anybody's shit. Channel 2 is the poster child of grow your own. Look, I've done it I've made RSO with isopropylene, rubbing alcohol, 99.9%. Because in Washington State, you can't get Everclear. Right? So I've done it. But do you understand how long of a process it is to get everything out? And you can't guarantee it if you do not have a vacuum chamber. I mean, that's such a huge thing. The last thing you want to do is have somebody smoking the chemicals from one of them harsh fucking solvents. I mean, well, I mean, again, it depends on the process. I wouldn't say grain alcohols. I mean, I don't know. You're talking about like moonshine and shit. That's probably the best alcohol you can get. Is there part of it that could really fuck you up? It can't fuck you up if you don't know what you're doing. Absolutely. But I would love to do moonshine just to make high alcohol to do extractions. Or you get some of them heads, you're drinking straight heads off the fucking tap. Probably gonna kill you, but that some of that shit come out poison for sure. But like with everything, if you know what you're doing, I mean, for the most part. Right? But you can use something like that. You don't have to, use a fucking acetone. You can go to a store and get a high alcohol and use that. Or you could go and you could buy a really good vacuum chamber and try to, like. I figure it like this. If you don't have the shit to make it properly and to make it safely, you ain't the one that's supposed to be making it, Jack. I'd love to make some BHO just to do it because I never have. But I don't have a vacuum chamber. I won't do it. I could think all I want about, I think I got all the shit out, but I want to have a better peace of mind than I'm pretty sure. Unless you just bullshit. You're just gonna bullshit your way through. You don't really care, people. Smoke it. You don't smoke it, but you'll sell it to everybody else to smoke. Yeah, I don't think 88% would be enough. Yeah, vacuum chambers are cheap. And if you know what you're doing about distilling, again, you could distill the oil, the liquid, and gain back percentage of your alcohol back, you know. But I mean, realistically, alcohol's cheap. It's easy. Last time I made RSO, it took me pretty much all day. Because I don't even have a vacuum chamber now. But I'll do like the double boiler in the beginning. Then I drop it down into a little rice cooker. And you do that for a while. And then you break it down into like a little coffee cup warmer. Yeah, and then you leave it on the coffee cup warmer for fucking so long. Because you'll still see the little bubbles. The little bubbles coming up. All that shit's still dissipating out of it. You should be able to take like this little metal cup, like measuring cup. And by the time I break it all the way down, it'd be into that. And then you should be able to take that thing off the coffee warmer and hold it for a few minutes, and the shit start like instantly getting really thick, right? Because there's no liquid in it. The only reason why it's kind of thin is because it's warm. Which shit should be so thick. And when you take a little bit of it and you put it like on a white piece of paper and you smear it, it should look green. It shouldn't look black. You know? I mean, it should look like it's so green that it's that dark, not black. Like motor oil. Look, damn, brother, you just take your oil. I don't know. I mean, making RSO is a long process. It's not a hard process. It just can be long because it takes so long to get all the fucking whatever you're using out of it. Even with Everclear, you don't want to fucking be smoking Everclear or eating Everclear. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt you, but if somebody's not into alcohol and shit, they don't want to. I mean, but they're not gonna fucking get cancer from a little bit of Everclear. They might from something that's in acetone. But I'm just another dude talking about another dude on the internet that talks about all the other dudes when all the other dudes are watching and laughing at the one dude. You know what I mean? Sleepy. That's what I call the she dude that just looks like a he dude that wants to fuck like a they dude. watching out back. Yeah. Scoot over. Fucking dog. Always gotta share the fucking chair. Yeah, that was a whole lot of dudes. Just be out here doing it. I'm loving it. That shit's cracking me up. Who watched the fucking just in time disc? What'd you guys think? I could probably bring it up on the TV. Let's see. All these dudes out here rapping about dudes and doing dudes. Oh, it's the whole podcast with Upchurch. That motherfucker cracks me up. There's no way that guy's on drugs. There's absolutely no fucking way. The nuggets that he drops to people, if you can't pick that shit up, I was like, oh shit. He's out here. He's telling you guys these little things. When he was telling them about little tricks with the music and to speed it up and to slow it down and be able to add little things. Dude, I don't know nothing about music, but I know what he was telling these guys. Those were nuggets. Dropping fucking nuggets. He's coming out with a fucking clothing line. That's just cracking me up. Doing. You're gonna have onesies, I guess, that said, doing pooping. Yeah, I don't want to use nothing that you have to fucking pay a hazmat fee. You know what I mean? Like, holy fuck. What is that? I don't know, but let me grab my gloves and my mask. That's fucking. I guess I had to reload fucking YouTube on my TV. Fucking log in again and shit. No. Let me see. Great dog. Wait, is this it? Are you gonna copyright me? I don't care. I'm not gonna show it. I'll just play it. I don't know. I know Nugget seen it. Oh, it's gonna sound like shit. Hold on. This.
I was 6 days. I've been up by 6 days. No running. But I don't take no 6 days. Switch lane, switch lane, switch blade, which way? So with the grind. Get up.
Yes.
Let me drop that motherfucking beer out there, Weavis. Listen up. Listen up. Just a troll under a bridge telling fibs. You're talking shit to Taman might get kicked in the ribs, silly squid. Games. Your lanes, my brain's insane. I'm high airplane. Delta, Skelta, hamburger helper. Talking reckless, I might snatch your necklace. Chop your head off, get it, leave you headless. Now, do I need to explain it? Maybe rearrange it, take a selfie, snap it, save it, caption the motherfucking greatest. I'm a skyscraper, you're all haters. You're basic, I'm 23 flavors. Dr. Pepper. This ain't no sneak dish, but in my sink is my dirty dish is. Tell 'em. I wrote this when I was sleeping, not when I was up all night. Didn't even have to say that, but you knew what I was thinking. Honest Abe Lincoln, praying hands deacon. All my kids seeming, sidestepping Willie, beaming. I'm an animal, cannibal, no Gogurt, but I'm a Danable. I'm polished, Lysol, headache, Tylenol. You ain't it at all. That's the great Poupon, Harry Potter magic wand. Wingardium Leviosa, I put the toaster strudel in the toaster. Spaghetti. Thinking about food now, or maybe a milk cow, but only if it's chocolate. Riding in the car, never getting car sick. That's bullshit. I'm doing hip, you're doing hop, I'm doing flip, you're doing flop, I'm doing this, you're doing that, I'm doing go, you're doing stop. Retire, ceasefire, washing machine, clothes dryer, Jim Carrey, liar, baseball umpire. Boom, you're out. You're out of here. No clout. Wrong lane, wrong route. Big tree, little sprout. I mean Littlefoot, land before time, land before rhymes. Who the fuck am I? Who the fuck is Justin Time? Who the fuck is it? Drop the beat, tomato soup, grilled cheese. Oh, sorry, geez, I had to sneeze. Big truck, fat fuck, rubber duck, nunchucks, ninja turtle, blue, red, orange, purple, caught 'em all. Squirtle. Fucking caught. Last dish, my ass you can kiss. Take the D out this, and that's where you sit. Get it? I get it. ISS, in school suspension. Come here, skin, and I'll teach you a lesson. When you go out to eat and you order a salad, you only use Italian dressing. But that's not American. And I'm not arrogant. I'm just sitting on my porch eating pears again. Hocus pocus. Black flame candle. You couldn't hold me with a handle. You're just a fruit tray sample. I'm cunning and a ham. Randall. Bars. Lyric, spiritual, miracle. Whip, adorable, historical, oracle, shit. Peter Piper picked a peck of pale peckers. Dick, penis, evil villains, Aladdin, Jafar, Holocaust, Nazis, swastikas, guitar. I'm loving it. Yeah. Psych, salad bar, bars, Big Mac, big strap, big click, big clack. Gordo Loco. Big snacks. Think fast, eat slow, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Touch 'em! Tropic thunder, frozen tundra, never stutter. What the fuck's a young gunner? It's time to feast. What's some Playboy yeast? A face tatted troll with really stinky feet, probably play.
I can't do it anymore. Like, as far as this one goes, like, maybe there's some things I'm missing, but realistically, in my opinion, it's just a bunch of shit he's thrown together. Like, Beans and Frank, smoking dank, don't do crank. God, I go to the bank, grow the stank. I mean, like, rubber ducky, what the fucky? You know, like, okay. And I'm sure there's things in there that I'm missing that relate to something, because there's usually always a little, you know. Obviously, you heard him saying doing. But I mean, I don't know. He cracks me up. Just in time's funny. Well, it's kind of battle rap. I guess it's a battle rap, but when you're doing a video of it on the internet, like battle rap, like you got together face to face, boom, boom, you go back, you know. I guess now it's making a video and doing it on the internet. Doing it. See, you're doing it on the internet. That's what you're doing. You're hitting the keyboard and doing it. Trying to think of another one that I see. There's always something, right? All right. What's this one?
If U.S. Cellular is nationwide 5G coverage for free, here we go. I wonder if U.S. Cellular. Man, I'm seeing people who listen to music. You know, we still go to church, but we still understand why he's acting the way he's acting. I wish y'all could understand. You can't. There's enough time to understand, bro. Y'all have to do. Y'all could never stop. You would have to stop it and understand my career from where I started to now and what I'm doing. Like, bro, since the beginning, I've told y'all I don't want to be mainstream at all. Bro, that's a problem at this level. That's a problem. You know, these music documentaries we see where during the time everyone thought the artist was crazy, this, that, and the other. Then something happened to him. And then 30 years later, there's a documentary comes out. And all of us that watch it are like, oh man, they lied about that guy. Dude, what do you think is going on? Bro, I can't help. It's a series of events that people are doing is made to trick you. Like, they're designed to make me look bad. They're designed to make me look like I'm arguing with everybody. But really, I'm just replying to people, bro. I'm replying to what people are saying about me.
That sounds like PKR, right?
What do you want me to do? Just sit here and let them
You're calling me a bully, but all I'm doing is replying to what the fuck you're saying. Like,
mine makes you like crazy. We know that. It's in these other documentaries of these other artists. They always say they're all on drugs. Y'all got.
I'm not gonna lie though. I think this Adam Calhoun one was. I didn't think it was that bad. Again, there must be things in there. But as far as this shit, I don't understand the wife bringing the wife and kids and shit into it though. That is.
Never been jealous, even though I yell it. Every motherfucker, if it's true, they tell it. Better than Eminem, bigger than Elvis. Yeah, I'm bigger than Elvis. When I walk in the room, my ego's first. Staying on internet business like a boss. Look at my tweaker shirts. Better than a fight in real life at all costs. Till I leave this earth. When are y'all gonna realize it's
wait a minute.
Yeah, but at least it works. I made my mom fuck my manager. Told her, be loose. I spent a lot of money. Blamed it on her. Now she's through. I got my new girl pregnant. Had to convince myself she's cute. I'll be lucky if I know my daughter when she's 2. You wanna see me doing rapping? Stalactite metamorphosis, I'm a megalodon swordfish. A collective color about barking a tree. Nobody smarter than me, don't matter if it's off beat. What's up, dog? What you doing? You doing a little rapping? Doing rapping, Ryan? Let me show you how to do this shit, little boy. I can double time, I can double dime, I can block with a switch on it. I'm a dead broke, now I got a pot, I can piss on it. You a damn joke, every Instagram post, you a douchebag short. All you do is bitch on it, this on it, schizophrenic, I forbid someone else does better. All you do is shit on that motherfucker, need to move on. Pretty sure your life ain't sits on it, why that nigga sit on it. Church sticky dates off, when he talk cool. Wanna see him get better shit, I think we all do. Like keep it in like you got the ball too. Ryan taking 50 cents, but he just Ja Rule. And I don't even want to do this. I'm
Like 50 Cent, but you really Ja Rule.
Turn that fucking music off. You made your bet, now you gotta lay on it. I dropped the beat too if I couldn't stay on it. You set the bar so low when you do something average. Your fans are ecstatic, fanatic. Like Ryan, that's fantastic. That's it. Everyone clap for the handicapped kid.
I gotta stop it because I was the same with Ryan. I mean, the shit just kind of goes on and on and on, you know, like, and without the music, I'm just like, I understand it's turns it more into like an actual battle rap. I get it. But we can do the battle rap thing. Like, I can do it face to face. Those were the best. Some of those, I don't know. Did anybody hear the Bravo Gator diss? I don't know if anybody heard that one.
Creamy, Nashville Hot is back on Disney Bowls, just $5 each. Why would I use kayak to compare multiple travel sites at once? I like to do things myself.
I mean, I'm finding a lot of people that I've never heard of before. That's for sure. So I mean, the exposure for everybody's good.
Target on life, don't block, I'm about to hit you. Some fake actors, bitch, I think he's on another vendor. Start shipping places, fucking junk you can't remember. In his basement with no windows, with no video, surrender. The shots in my right, I think it's time that we got even. Mommy's bad, your bitch look like she should have been named Steve. This bitch tank with no filter, that's a whole of a joke. The next 12 balls, I'm gonna put yours in the scope. The nasty girl, body shape is like a whore on a boat. You starting 30 the 24 is a coat. To all the ugly ass bitches. Here's your story, yo. Tell me why you should be singing on her stories and posts. Show me looking bitches who wanna stare in the face. Train we had to that ugly bitch, you made a mistake. If I'm starving, I wouldn't let you bitch make me break the records of charity. You fucking bitch charity. You make mistakes, but a fucking face cut like one. Skin complexion of a flow, let me shook like one.
Like a plant killer, right? They're going to instantly talk about your wife or your kids or you're like, holy fuck, what do you got on me?
I ran up on your fucking cat, man, that green was gas. Started shit with Sam and Shelby, you need to relax. You playing stupid like this shit wasn't some beef, bitch, you mad. We let it slide and see it too when the beef is whack. Invited us to watch the show, we chose to leave to the back. Fuck your photo out, you trying to cover up what you're not. You can't exist just like your teeth underneath there's a gap. We no longer bound with yourselves. See somebody winning, you start getting jealous. Shooting through your webcam will make you rebellious. Now you on another 30 and pretend you're Elvis. You know around press and think he's got, but he's not. Go back to doing videos about the cars you got. Every time a bitch breaks your fucking heart, you blind. Every time you break up with a bitch, a charge gets dropped. You keep going hard on women, bitch, that shit ain't right. You ain't gotta fight it, bitches, cause she is at your type. I ain't no fucking therapist, but here's a bit of advice. Think twice before you come a bitch that don't like right. The only time you like the battles when you hate on one. Tweaked out, snorting Adderalls, thinking you something. 20-minute hidden camera didn't say nothing. This bitch 30-something telling us this alien something. You don't fire, Ross, one beat, two meter of a frail woman. Calls herself a brand man, a case in the hell coming. Call him out online, he turns into a saleswoman. You don't snort Adderalls, here's like smell of them. Changing into a church cause you was strung out, bitch. When my target's on lock, you know I do not miss. You heard out the water, then you dropped that disc. That wasn't about you, but this one is. So miss me with your fake teeth. Fuck you in your fake teeth. Trying to take the high road, trying to be and change me. But you keep playing games, man. Hide my feet. Your old mama don't like you, so why should we? Trying to act smart. pay me a lunar eclipse. You been up for 5 days, right? Lay on down. This fucking junkie can't see the push crayons down. I was going out the keys when you get mad, get lit. Sad did the case, yes, you knew the plan when we did it. Time to pull receipts, cause you can't be a man and admit it. The raise hell videos that you can't admit it. You know, fake ass quit. Seeing other people shine's the only thing that you feel. And since you're hating on jelly, let's get one thing clear. If you try to save me right now, I wouldn't save your career. Nah, please stop talking numbers, dog. You making me know. You never say see the constants flying within the offer. Hollow boys was a hit. YZ was his flap. But ever since then, all your shit's been whack. Crazy why they love the what the fuck you left. They put trust in a man who uses them as a weapon. You turn fans against fans. They're just here for the music. But you got them co-sign shit that's making them feel stupid. I got time now, Ryan. How you wanna proceed? I wanna settle. I'm gonna turn you into Christian Paris. We gon' solve a song. You know I'm gonna get in your shit. You ain't a motherfucking rapper. You a video bitch.
That shit's crazy. I way left. It's all good. Oh shit, I forgot. Fucking creative's got a show on. See, there it is. Here, let's go. I just came on to see. What's on his shit? This is a new post. Okay. I'm not quick enough to fucking tell me how to shoot it. Let me see. Just telling you about this. How do I go to? How do I go to his community? Actually, I might be online. No. That dude's good. I just try. Dude, I can't find it on the fucking.
I'd be balling if I was doing that shit.
Oh God, who the fuck is that?
But I donate all my shit. So. And we got 3 dispensaries open in the near, in like.
Yeah. It's alright, let's play. That's like, anyways, there's a post if you go, I think it's in this community, Ryan of Church, about the doing merchandise.
On that down
That drop top.
nothing like the real ones. Up the tattoo, my flag red.
Did you guys hear that Roseanne Barr song?
That's a rap. I can take it back in your tears. That's a fact. You got Mr. Girl in your beard. You're a man. That is cap. That is cap. 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 You pretending you're accepting that's an act. If you wanna think, come and take it back. But you can't. We want you mad. It's done. Too bad.
Yeah, anyways. I don't know where that went. Yeah, I'm like, we should probably get off here so that way creative can. I don't want to entertain this shit. So I'll talk to you all later. Have a great day.
Okay, kids, gather around,
Hold on, listen to this shit.
If you call me as a role model, say my name. Sorry, kids, don't listen to what I'm about to say. I'm at the ranch snorting cocaine on posters just like we'll stay up high life, pinning all the pictures frames, Latin and tracking tropes while we stumble around, hopping and doing with the radio. the one we driving down. I looked down, my phone wasn't in. I started to run. I'm thinking maybe that's the aliens that's how you're talking about. I told the people on the internet to cover and how to jump into space. We have just a distant amount. What time my name is being brought in to keyboard it out. And how this latest thing shit, cause the art ain't up in the clouds, no galaxy. My iPhone has always listened in. I'm real high, too high for real life. I'm dopamine like an addict. Never scratch it when I'm in. That's when I get right into my corporate.
Oh, I'm getting ready to get off, right? Have a good day, everybody.